which remains untapped for decades now. The countries have come closer than before over the last few years, and particularly with President Prabowo's visit, it has opened new avenues of cooperation. Um, uh, there is little appreciation, I would say, and I guess Pathofik will agree with me, in media of each other's country for each other in terms of, not hardly an Indian journalist has been writing on Indonesia or traveling there. Or vice versa, I would say, and I understand the constraints for that, right? So therefore, forum like this helps. Budget is a big issue for you want to be independent in terms of they will not take any sort of financial help from anybody else, but would rather try and paper. So that's a big challenge. So understanding that these two countries, I mean, a country like Indonesia, the name which has come, has been inspired, I should say, from India. The airlines Garuda is a mythological, like a figure in India. The currency, we have so much in common, yet so far. We are a maritime neighbor, India and Indonesia maritime neighbors. This itself is not appreciated in Indian media. Indian media, very few today are writing about what India is planning to develop, or how Indian government is planning to develop Andaman Islands. And Andaman Islands is the closest Indian territory to Indonesia, right? Why are Indian journalists, I mean, or Indonesian journalists not talking about civil aviation links? I think the first is a direct links given the traffic between the two countries, right? It's the government's job, and I know they're kind of they're raising this, but that's something that if the journalists in India or Indonesia can talk about that, that would contribute and would create, it would act as a pressure group on the two governments to work out a civil aviation direct link as soon as possible. It was there earlier; it just needs to be resumed, and probably a new air services. I think there's an air services pact, and that need to be the Indonesia as a G20 member, India as a G20 member, the global aspirations of both countries. It is. I mean, India's global aspirations is clear, but Indonesia's global aspirations is not known much in terms of either in the global narrative or. And I, as often felt that Indonesia has punched below the weight, occasionally punched above the weight, but rather tried to, in a very Javanese culture, if I understand correctly, just trying to understate